camera is live.
Good morning. Welcome to another day of CH Yeshiva live stream. We are now going to tell everyone that is watching how to use the chat. So parents, if parents are with your kids, or you could ask a parent to please listen to this, in order to join the live chat, which will be able to be used only when we are doing a question. It will be inactive. It won't be usable unless there is a question. You have to do the following. On top of the video from CH Yeshiva, you will see a link. If you go on to that link, that will take you to a screen that should have the chat on the right side. We will shortly hear from Rabbi Zalmanov, who will lead us today in the live stream. But again, in order to join the chat, what you have to do is take the link that will be posted on top of the video, I believe that's where you will find it, and paste it into another page, which should have the chat on the right side. Let's see if we have any other questions. Okay, just about the chat, we will maybe mention this again later on, but in order to see the chat, you must make it full screen. You have to expand it. If you have a browser, for example, half the page, you will only see the video. So you have to extend it. Again, for parents, if you understand what we are saying, you just have to take a link, copy paste it onto another page, then expand the page, and on the right side you should see the chat. You could join the chat as a guest, and then we're only going to use numbers. Again, for pre-1A and first grade, we only use numbers. We have to be careful to click a number, because if we click words, it might make it that we can't type anymore on the chat. So let's make sure to choose numbers, and we will have today's winners very, very soon. Before we introduce Rabbi Zalmanov, we will ask everyone to please make sure to have your Siddurim ready. Let's have our Siddurim out so Rabbi Zalmanov could start right away with the davening. Thank you all. We'll continue shortly.
Does he have much more time as he?
Audio is on. 1 second, 1 second. Camera is on.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome. It's good to see you, everybody, here again today. Yesterday, when we concluded, I had mentioned to you that if anyone doesn't have the Manishtana, Simani HaSeder, they could let me know. I did get an amazing amount of emails yesterday. I hope I got back to everybody. If I didn't, please feel free again to email me again today. It's rabbishimshoni@ahalatera.com. It is very, very important, even if you're on the global class, that you review, or you have someone at home review the Manishtana every single day, even a couple of times a day. I'm talking about this paper. This is the paper that we emailed. Okay? The second thing also what we emailed was Simani HaSeder. Just again, the Kinderlach just go over it and repeat it as many times as they can. The other thing I want to mention also is, I'm sure all of you have Haggadahs at home. It's really, really important, especially pre-1A and first, to do as much Kriya as possible. So what I'm suggesting is that you can take a Haggadah, and maybe even today, you just open up the Kiddush, right? You open up the Kiddush, and you have the Kinderlach read. I don't need speed reading now. We just need to maintain their Kriya. So again, Yoim Hashishi Vayechulu Hashemayim Va'aretz V'chol Tzavom, exactly like that. have them read as much as possible. Again, even if the mummies, it's hard, maybe take another sibling, just have them read. We really need to have them read as much as possible. While we are waiting for today's presenter, Rabbi Zalmanov, I'm going to start off before davening, chazering with the Kinlach Manish Tana. Just 1 second. Okay, Kinderlach, let's say it together with Rabbi Shimshoni. Okay, together. Tatech v'badi fregen vier kashes. Man ishtana halayla hazeh mikol halaylas. Was ist anders die Nacht von Pesach von alle Nacht von der ganz Jahr? Remember from yesterday. The erste kashe is shebachol halaylas ein onu matbilin afilu pam echos halayla hazeh shtei pa'amim. Alle Nacht von der ganz Jahr tunken mir nicht ein afilu einmal, aber die Nacht von Pesach tunken mir ein zweimal. Einmal Karpas in Salzwasser, dem zweiten Mal Mora incha Reises. Die zweite Kasche ist Shebachol haleilas anu eichlin chametz oy matzah. You see the picture, Kinderlach? Chametz oy matzah halayla hazeh kulay matzah. Alle Nacht von der ganz Jahr essen wir Chametz oder Matzah, aber die Nacht von Pesach essen wir nur Matzah. Die dritte Kasche ist Shebachol haleilas. Look at the pictures, Kinderlach. Anu eichlin sha'a yirakais halayla hazeh marar. Alle Nacht von der ganz Jahr essen wir allerlei Grinsen, aber die Nacht von Pesach essen wir bittere Grinsen. You see what my finger is? I'm pointing to the bittere Grinsen. Die vierte Kasche is, look at the picture, Kinderlach. Shebachol haleilas anu eichlin bein yoshvin uvein mesubin halayla hazeh kulanu mesubin. Alle Nacht von der ganz Jahr essen wir sei sitzen dicke Heid und sei angelernte Heid, aber die Nacht von Pesach essen wir alle ungelernte Heid. Tate, ich habe dich gefragt, 4 Kashes. Jetzt bitte gib mir a Tirutz. Kinderlach, you did such an amazing job. And now I'm going to pass you over, Kinderlach. This is today we have with us Rabbi Zalmanov, who is a Kita Aleph Rebbe in our Torah. And I'm sure that Kinderlach and Rabbi Zalmanov's class, you can see Rebbe's coming now. Again, this is Rabbi Zalmanov from our Torah. Thank you.
Morgen Kinderlach. Bei uns in our Torah, we let more of
He wasn't coming, that's why I had to do this. I wasn't planning to, but I was right.
Die erste Sache ist,
It's on. Put the wire in. Yes, 1 second. And you could say it's on. It's live. Yeah, the microphone is going to be
Okay. Okay. So a lot of tatis, mommies, kinderlach, they're asking about the chat. So soon, Rabbi Meislish is going to explain about the chat. But right now, we're starting our day. It's 9 azeg in the free. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. And this is the time when we start. It's the erste Zach. Every English should go into his house. And he should look for a tzedakah pushka. And he should look for a coin. And I'm also going to look for a coin. Because before davening, the first thing is, you have to give tzedakah. So I'm going to give a few minutes now, a few seconds now, for every Yingle to go and give a coin to tzedakah. Because it says that if you give life to another person, to a poor man, that's going to make, you're going to have a lebedik davenen. If you give life, chayes, to a poor person, so then you're going to have a chayes dikadavening. So the first thing is we have to give tzedakah. So Baruch Hashem, we have over here a tzedakah pushka, and we gave tzedakah. Now, was is heint? The erste Sache ist, darf man schreiben, Beis Samach Dalet, Siyata Dishmaya, mit der Hilfe von Hashem. Heint is Yom Revi'i. Meanwhile, the English should already go and get his siddur. I'm sure they already have a siddur next to it, but just in case you don't, make sure you have a siddur. Weil heim me geht anfangen zu davenen. Yom Revi, Mittwoch, und es ist Chof Beis Adar. Und wie bald as we are Chodesh Adar, so zicher, every English is going to be besimcha. Now the way we're going to be besimcha is as medavent with simcha. So Baruch Hashem, we're having da a siddur. And asach kinderlach are looking in the siddur. Some kinderlach are going to be looking at me. But obviously, when medavent, you're not davening to me. You're not davening to a video machine. You're davening to Hashem. So the host a siddur, the cook's da rein in siddur. And from time to time, you could look in the video, but that's only at the end of a paragraph. In the time of the davening, cooks rein in the siddur. So we get anfangen davening. So before we start davening, we did tzedakah. Mirab and Shein. But just a little bit to tell you about what is. First of all, we gave chayes to a poor person. Now we're ready to start davening. Now before we start davening, we have to think who we're talking to. We get jetzt reden zu Hashem. We're not talking again to the video. And when we say Ato, means you means you're talking straight to Hashem. Hashem is standing right next to you, and He's listening to what you're saying. So we get anfangen davenen. And sicher jeder Ingele knows by Moida Ani, you put your two hands together, Hazoi, and you bend your head. And the Friedrich Rebbe, when he was a little boy, asked his Tati Farvos. He says, this is the way we were told, and this is what we do. Freknisch kein Scheiles zu viel. 1, 2 und 3, Moide ani lefonecha melech chai vekayom shehechezarta bi nishmosi bechemlo rabo emunasecha. Jetzt me geht zu Netilas Yadayim. Every English should put his two hands up next to his ears. I hope every English this morning went and washed his hands 2 times negovasser. Einmal leben the bed, 1 time by your bed, and 1 time you did it by the sink. Now we're saying the bracha al natilas yadayim 1, 2 und 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu al natilas yadayim. Lift it up the hand. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam Asher yotzar es ha'adam b'chachma uvaravoi nekavim chalulim galui v'yadu alifnei chisei chevoidecha she'im yisasem echad mehem oy im yipasei ach echad mehem אי אפשר להסקיים אפילו שעה אחת. ברוך אתה אדוני, רופא כל בשר ומפליא לעשוס. אלוהי, נשמה שנשאת בי טהרה היא, אתה ורסה, אתה יצרת, אתה נפחת בי, ואתה משמרה בקרבי, ואתה עשית ליטלה ממני, ולהחזירה בי לעשית לבוי. כל זמן שהנשמה בקרבי, מודה אני לפניך, אדוני אלוהי ואלוהי אבותיי, ריבון כל המעשים, אדון כל הנשמות, ברוך אתה אדוני, המחזיר נשמות לפגרים מסים. I hope everyone is davening together, because when we daven together, even though it says that if you can't daven with a minyan, you should always daven the time that other people, that the minyan is davening. So when we're davening in a video together, every yingel in his own house, you daven together with me, it's like a minyan, and Hashem feels this koyach of the minyan, the koyach of the so many Yiddish kinderlach davening. Now I know all the kinderlach know, but I'm going to have to say in the middle of davening. I know usually you don't talk in the middle of davening, but I have to stop now. I have to say you don't even understand how special it is for Yiddish kinderlach to be learning Torah every single second and every single day. Right now, every yingel is sitting in his house, and there's so much going on, but he went and he's taking a siddur, and if you just know that by you davening and learning Torah, you are holding up the entire world. It's like a beam. The world is chas v'shalom, I don't want to say, is going to fall down. And the Gemara asks, what keeps the world going up? What keeps it going? Some people say, if you say Amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach in the shul. But some people say the real thing that keeps it going is when the Yiddish kinderlach's mouths move. You see, I'm moving my mouth. It's not enough. You have to move your mouth. You have to say the words of davening, and that's going to keep the world up, and that's going to make it strong. So it's very nice that I'm davening, but every English should be davening loud and clear, and try to daven with me, not go ahead. Now you're going to stand up, and you're going to say the brachas. Ein, zwei, und drei. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, hanosein la'sechvi, v'ino lehavchin bein yom uvein loila. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, poikei ach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, zoikev kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, hanoisen layo'ef koyach. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, roika ha'aretz al hamoyim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, hamechin mitzadei gover. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, she'asa li kol tzarki. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, oizer Yisrael b'gevura. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, oiter Yisrael b'sifara. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, shelo yasani goy. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam shelo yasani aved. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam shelo yasani isha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam hama avir sheina me'enoi usenuma me'afapoi. Vihi ratzai milefanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei aviseinu shetargileinu b'seirasecha v'sadbikeinu b'mitzvosecha ve'al tevi'enu loy lidei chet ve'loy lidei avera ve'avoin ve'loy lidei nisayoin ve'loy lidei vizayoin ve'al yishloit banu yetzer hara ve'harchikeinu me'adam ra u'mechaver ra ve'dabekenu beyetzer tov u'v'ma'asim tovim ve'choif es yitzreinu leishtabed lach u'senenu hayoim u'v'chol yoim lechein u'lechesed u'lerachamim beinecha u've'enei chol royenu v'sigmelenu chasadim tovim Baruch atah Adonai Hagoymel chasadim tovim le'amo Yisrael. We're getting gleich to the most important bracha. Bracha on the bottom of page 9. This is a bracha that in this chus we could learn Torah only by saying this bracha. It's a very helike bracha when we say it with kavana, thanking Hashem for giving us the helike Torah. Eins, zwei und drei. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kideshanu b'mitzvos v'tzivanu al divrei Torah v'ha'arev no Adonai Eloheinu es divrei Torah secha b'finu u'v'fi chol amecha beis Yisrael v'niyeh anachnu v'tze'etzaenu v'tze'etza'ei chol amecha beis Yisrael kulanu yoidei shemecha v'loi medei soirasecha lishema Baruch atah Adonai hamelamed Torah le'amo Yisrael Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'nosan lanu es toirasoi Baruch atah Adonai nosein ha'torah vayedaber Adonai el Moshe leimer daber el Aharon ve'el banav leimer koise varachu es bnei Yisrael omer lohem yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Yair Adonai panav elecha v'choneka Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom v'samu es shemi al bnei Yisrael v'ani avarachem. Wir geht jetzt singen, like wir tut in unserer Class, Elo devarim she'ein lahem shi'ur ha'pe'ah ve'ha'bikurim V'hare'ayin u'gemilus chasadim v'salmot ha'ira Elo devarim she'adam oichel peiroiseyem ba'olam hazeh v'hakeren kayemes la'olam haba v'elohein kibud av va'em u'gemilus chasadim V'hashkamaz beisa midrash shacharis ve'arevis v'achnosas oirchim u'vikur choilim v'achnosas kala v'halvayas ha'ames ve'iyon tefila v'havo ha'shalom shebein adam lachaveiroi u'vein ish le'ishtoi v'salmud Torah keneged kulam. Alle nemen alle 4 tzitzis. Machen sicher you have 8 strings on each one. Okay. Eins. You have to make sure it's kosher. Viv Machman Zichers is kosher. You count 8 strings on each one. It can take a few minutes. Eins, zwei und drei. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvos v'tzivanu al mitzvas tzitzis. Hareini mekabel olai mitzvas aseshel ve'afta l'recha kamoicha. We're going to go gleich zu Shema, nachdem we said Hareini, because the time is short. So yeah, the English should keep his all 4 of his tzitzis. The most important part of davening is the Helik Shema. When you say Hashem Echad, you put all 4 tzitzis in the linke hand, in the left hand. Now if you're looking at the video, I'm sure you're going to be mixed up, so please don't try to copy my left hand, unless you know what your left hand is. This is your left hand. It should go between your pinky and the other one and come out like this. And now you're ready to cover your eyes. When Mizak to Hashem Echad, you think Hashem is only one. Eins, zwei und drei. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta eis Adonai Elohecha Bechol levavecha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha vehayu hadevarim ha'ele asher anoichi mitzavecha hayoim al levavecha vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam beshivtecha beveisecha uvelechtecha vaderech uveshachbecha uvekumecha ukeshartam leois al yadecha vehayu letaitafos bein einecha uchesaftam al mezuzos beisecha uvisharecha. Ach tzadikim yoidu lishmecha yeshvu yesharim es panecha.
Rabbi Zalmanov, amazing, beautiful davening. Thank you so much. And now we will continue the small question on the chat. Let me just explain again, how do we find this chat? The way to find it is if you go on your computer, again, this cannot happen by calling, but on your computer, if you see on top of the video, you should see a link. And if you copy that link, again, parents, if you could help your kids do this, if you copy this link and then you paste it on another page, you should now see the video on the left and the chat on the right. You could press on chat as guest, and then you will find the chat. Again, on top of this video, on CH Yeshiva, you should see a link. Copy this link and paste it on another page, and you should see the chat on the right side. If you don't see it, you just have to open up your page a little bit bigger, because if it's small, you only see the video. If you expand it, you should see the chat. Again, the chat will only be for numbers. If we have anything we want to say or ask, the chat is not for that currently. And there may be a setting where if you click on letters, it may take you off the chat. So let's keep it to only numbers. So again, welcome all of you girls and boys. I know we're all joining right now live. It's beautiful to see hundreds of people. So girls and boys, we are getting ready to enable the chat. Currently, the chat is enabled, so you could all start continuing as a guest. Please write your names so that if you are the winner, we have your name. Okay, the first one will be very simple. All you have to do is type in any number from 1 to 9, starting now, any number, and we will just scroll down and choose anyone to be the winner. This is just to see if this is working. So let's just put in numbers. Let's see. Okay. I see 7, 9, 5, 7, 6. It seems like it is working. Okay. Wow, we'll say some names. We have Shayna Gitta, Zosha Silver. We have Chani Hershkop, Mendel Korf, Aryaleib Kramer, Moshe and Benny Friedman, Rachel Feldman, Mordechai Lightstone. Wow, we have dozens of comments coming in, so it seems like the chat is working. One last time, to join the chat, you have to take the link on top of the video, on the CH Yeshiva video, you copy it, and we paste it on another page. On the right side, you could chat as guest. Okay, now we will just scroll around and choose one person to be the first lucky winner of the day. Any girl or boy that commented a number can be this winner. Oh, let's go to numbers. And the winner is Chani Hershkop. Chani Hershkop with a number 5. You are the winner. Let's write this down. Okay, Chani Hershkop, you could, I guess your parents could reach out to us by emailing rcm@yttl.org. It should be now on the chat. Again, Chani Hershkop is the first winner of the day. Great job. And now we will have a small break. Please stretch, do some exercise so you could be ready for some beautiful learning. As Rabbi Schwartz says, the learning should feel like we're having ice cream. We love it so much. So now we will have a small break. We're going to stretch a little bit, and we'll come back for some beautiful learning by Rabbi Zalmanov.
Now you're.
The first thing we have to know is what is today. Now, I know some kinderlach have a pen and a paper. Some boys and girls, please take out a pen and paper. And just like I'm writing down, if you could try to write down the name of the parsha, if you could. Because we have two very long parshas. And if I'm just going to write it down and you don't know how to write it, we're going to ask Ifa Yingala, I'm giving a few minutes, to please go and get yourself a... Now the question is, in our class, we start off the day with Hayoim Yoim and Sefer HaMitzvahs. And I did not prepare right at this point Hayoim Yoim. Yeah, I have to think what is the Hayoim Yoim from my chitas over here. Okay. But meanwhile, every boy and girl should please write down the name of the parsha. And we have another name to this parsha, besides for Parshas Vayakel Pekudei. Somebody told me this week we're going to be reading the most words in the entire Chumash. Vayakel is 122 psukim, something like that. I don't remember. And together we have another parsha called Parshas HaChodesh. So we're going to take out two Sefer Torahs this Shabbos. Hopefully we're going to be able to go to shul this Shabbos, but if not, everyone could take a Chumash in their house and read it by themselves. So here we have a Chumash, Baruch Hashem. Just to make sure everything is right, here we have in Parshas Vayakel, we have Baruch Hashem 122 Pesukim. In Pekudei we have, I don't even know where to read, but there's so many Pesukim in these two parshas, together with Parshas HaChodesh, which is a part of Parshas Boy. Now, I'm going to start off. Since today is Chav Beis Adar, Yom Revi, Parshas Vayakel Pekudei, Parshas HaChodesh, we're going to start off with a story. A story about a Jew, a very special Yid, that he happens to be my wife's grandfather. This Jew, his name, it's a new Sefer, Reb Beryl Gurevich. That's his name. And there's a picture of him, and there's a new book that just came out in the stores. And here I'm going to tell you, since we're about to be before Pesach, I'm going to tell you what is so special about this Yid. Because he was born in Russia 100 years ago. And when he grew up, obviously, it was a little bit like now. There was no videos of learning Torah. But if you wanted to learn Torah, it wasn't so easy to sit down and learn Torah. The Russians, the communists, the KGB were so upset. They did not want one Jewish boy or girl to learn Torah. He went and he used to, day in, every single morning, he went to learn Torah by his Rebbes. But then they started running after him. And they started to say no more of this Torah. And he went from one underground, just like we're doing now. People, every single boy probably right now is underground. I don't know where he is. All by himself. There was no videos those days. And just like now, you can't have more than 10, 15 people in one room. If there was a school with more than 5 children, that was dangerous. Because the KGB would already see, why are there 5 little boys going into that house? Usually there's only 2 boys living in that house. And they had big eyes. And they used to find those boys and they would hurt them. And they would take them away. And this story happened. There was a school. They went 7 boys. They knew that if we're going to have more than 7 boys, they're for sure going to catch them. There was 7 little boys. They were actually like 12 years old. Some of them were 13. and they had a Rebbe, and the Rebbe was 17. This was their Rebbe. His name was Reb Beryl Gorevich. And here they have pictures of how he looked. But Beryl Gorevich was sitting and learning Torah with boys 13. He was 17. He sat and learned Torah with them. And you have to understand, I know you know Mordechai HaTzadik, saw there was a huge gezerah going on in the entire world. They wanted to kill every single Jew. I know he was connected. Could have gone straight into the Achashverosh. He was connected to everyone. He didn't even try his connections. That's not what's important. What we're doing right now, that's what's important. To sit and learn Torah. Now I know that it's only an hour and a half, and the boys and girls have a whole day. Can you imagine what you could accomplish in a whole day? Some of you know how to read. Can you imagine what it would be like? How much you would accomplish if you would sit down, open up a Chumash, and it doesn't have to be Chumash Bereshis. Now that you know it's Parashas Vayakel Pekudei, you have a whole day. I'm sure you could find a few minutes in your day to open up a Chumash. It doesn't have to be now. You open up a Chumash and you check Parashas Vayakel Pekudei, and you read the words of the Torah. Do you think that you have to understand what you're saying? You don't have to understand. You're holding up the world just by saying the Heilige Verter from the Chumash. This is the most Heilige Sefer in the entire world. You take a Chumash today, whenever you have a chance, and you open up Parashas Vayakel, and you look for Yom Revi'i. And since it's mechubar and it's very, very tricky, for all those that really want to figure it out, they might get very tricky, because you're going to see in the end of Vayakel it says Shvi, and then it says Revi. Really, today is Revi. If a Yingale could go, or a Meidele could go today, and they can read the Heilige Chumash, they're going to be holding up the world. And we're going to take away this crazy gezerah that's going on. That Yiddish Kindle can't learn Torah like normal. We feel a little bit like in Russia. We feel like a little bit like in the times of Rebero. You could only learn an hour and a half, and usually we sat and learned the whole days. Every single Yingel and Meidla should make his own yeshiva in his house. Should be able to hold up the world and make sure it doesn't chas v'shalom, because this is what the world is standing on. Beryl Gorevich, he felt it in his bones. And he said, I am going to make this yeshiva in Barditchev. Now, everyone knows Levi Yitzchak of Barditchev, but he was 200 years ago. This story happened exactly 80 years ago in Barditchev. They were sitting in Barditchev. The way it worked is, the government said, you want to learn Torah, if you're a Zaidi, go learn Torah. If you're a Tati, you want to go to Shul to Daven, go to Shul to Daven. I don't mind. The children, no way. They hated it. Every day, people used to come and learn Torah in the Shul, but they used to come and daven Shachris, and after Shachris, they made believe everyone left. Meanwhile, they went up to the Ezras Noshim on the second floor of the Shul. They closed the door from the outside, and there, 8 boys used to sit and learn Torah every single day. Nobody knew about it. But these boys were a little bit older, and they turned 13, they turned 14, and it came Chav Dalet Tevis, the big Yom, the day that the Alter Rebbe passed away, and they were sitting, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. But before Chav Dalet Tevis, they already knew that they're coming to catch them. They saw in the newspaper, they said, there's an underground, they didn't know it was overground, there was just a hiding yeshiva somewhere over here in this place. And they were looking, where could it be? They already knew they're going to catch them, but they said, what can we do? We have to learn Torah. This is what's going to keep the world. They didn't even think for a second, let's stop learning Torah, chas v'shalom. They were sitting 1 o'clock in the morning, and they were singing nigunim. Probably was a nigun like, I don't know which niggin they were singing, and suddenly they hear big banging on the door. They right away knew what it is. Beryl Gorevich was the teacher, this Yid, Reb Beryl, together with another Yid, Reb Moshe Rubinson. He was a little older. And they hear the banging and the banging so loud. Couldn't believe it. Right away they knew the children they're not going to hurt. But the teachers, that's who they're going to get. The two teachers. Rebbe was like 17, actually I'm sorry, he was 20 years old then. Moshe Rubinson was probably 22. And the children learning were 13 and 12. He was right away went into a corner and started to hide. And Moshe Rubinson also went into hide. And suddenly they broke down the door and they come in and they see a bottle of mashke sitting on the table. It was like this, a bottle of, and there was 8 boys sitting around the bottle. What are you doing here? No, we just came because we heard people singing, so we just came to... And they knew exactly why they were there. They said, you're here because you're in yeshiva. And the boys said, no, it's not true, it's not true. They took all the boys together with their teacher and they put them into a jail. They were there from Tevis, Shvat, Adar, and it was coming Pesach. That's where the story starts getting not so happy. But I just want to tell you how much Mesiras Nefesh they had for Pesach. They were all by themselves in the jail, and every day they would get a little piece of bread with some soup or a barrel. This was their mistake. Instead of taking their bread and giving it to someone else as a present, they used to take their bread and they used to tell them, we don't want the bread. That was a mistake. They didn't know. If they would have said, take the bread and give it to someone else in the prison, that would be fine. The problem was they didn't do that. What they did was, they took the bread and they said, no, we can't take the bread, it's Pesach. They didn't think. And that's where the KGB, the people in the jail were so upset. You're not taking the bread. Oh, because you want to kill yourself. You want to starve now for 7 days. They used to take them out and they used to beat them. Why don't you want to eat the bread? They said, because it's Pesach. But they said, no, you have to eat it. And they wanted to force them. And that Pesach was a very hard Pesach. It was in the year Tafresh Tzadik Ches. Now, in that year Tafresh Tzadik Ches, when they went into the jail, I'm starting to feel a little bit how it was in that jail, because every Ingel, I don't know, and Maidel, I don't know where they are. In this room, it's very cold. I need to put on a sweater. I'm very sorry, but it's very, very cold. And I feel a little bit like they were maybe in the jail, that they were so cold. But the main thing is they weren't even thinking. They were just thinking, we have to do what we have to do. We have to keep Pesach. And the story continues that they took the 8 boys, they put them into a house, and somehow, a miracle, they got them out. And Beryl Gorevich, after a full year, also got out. But I just want to tell you one thing. We're coming to Pesach now. Yiddish Kinlach, when you're going to learn Torah, this is what's going to keep the world alive. And I hope, now since we have to learn Torah, and it's Pesach coming, we're going to tell you a little bit about Pesach. We have over here a Yom Tif. So before we continue, every Ingele and Meidele should just remember how special it is for them to learn Torah. Now, learning Torah does not mean only now about learning Torah. Learning Torah means every extra second you have in the day. So most Kinlach, Meidelach, and Ingelach that are in this video, they probably know a little bit how to read. You don't only have to read from a Siddur. You could also read from a Chumash. There's so many Sfarim. When you're 5 years old, that's when it says Ben Chomesh Lemikra. 5 years old, you start reading, you start learning Chumash. However much Torah you could learn, this is what's going to hold up the world. Okay, so we have over here a Yom Tov coming up, Yom Tov of Pesach. So who can tell me by raising your hand. I can't see you. What should I do? So you're going to have to raise your hand and you're going to have to call out the answer by yourself. Who could tell me what is the name of the next Yom Tiv that is coming? Yes, you. What's your name? Yankel. Yankel says the name is Yom Tiv of Pesach. Okay, so I hope every single boy and girl has a pen and a paper, and they're writing down the first name that Yankel just said. He said the name is Pesach. Hoppa. Okay, some of you even know how to write. Some people say Pesach, and some people say Pesach. We're going to write Pesach. I don't know if you could read the board. You might be able to in the video. Please, if you could try to copy the word Pesach. Now, please, by the raise of hand, what does Pesach mean? Pesach mean? Oh, we also have girls in this video. Yes, what do you say? Mushka. Oh, you said Pesach means to jump. Oh, so every single boy and girl should stand up and do Pesach. Stand up, hands to your side like a soldier. Pesach, you ready? We're going to do some jumping. You can't just be sitting. 1. Now everyone knows how to do jumping jacks, right? Because it's Pesach. Pesach jacks, we're going to call it. 1, 2 und 3. Like that. How many can you do? When you put your hands up, you have to move your feet. You have to make your feet wide. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Everyone, please sit down. I know you're very tired from doing just 10 jumping jacks. If you want to do more, you're going to have to do it later. Now you have to be sitting down and writing the word Pesach, because that means jumping. Now, who is jumping? So we have over here a house, a Yiddish house. It had some blood on the wall. And Hashem sees that it was a Yiddish house. They had blood from the carbon Pesach on the wall. Hashem says, I'm going to jump over this house. I'm going to kill the Mitzri Bechor that's in this house. And here's the Yiddish Bechor. He's in this house. And Hashem is going to jump over, just like we did Pesach. Now all of you, you all call it Pesach, because you love Hashem, and you say, Pesach, thank you Hashem for jumping over my house. Thank you Hashem for keeping all the Bechor alive. How many of you are Bechor? Bechor, I'm sorry, is only a firstborn boy. Erste Ingele in the family, the Yiddish, should be so happy because Hashem jumped over you, and he didn't. Chas v'shalom, do makas Bechoros to you. Now we're going to go to the second name of Pesach. Now, Pesach. Everyone knows it's Pesach. Now, what is the second name of Pesach? Oh, yeah, Beryl, what do you say? He knew already. The second name of Pesach is not Pesach. From now on, the new name you're going to call it is... Okay, this is a ches. Can you read that? Chag Yom Tov. Oh, wow. Matzois. Okay, who's ready for Chag HaMatzois? How many of you already cleaned your rooms and made sure not to bring chametz to your rooms? Chag HaMatzois, the second name. Who over here knows what Chag HaMatzois means? Oh, Matzos means that we were running out of Mitzrayim, and we were running out of Mitzrayim. We ran so quickly, and what happened was we didn't have a chance to let the dough rise. So we called Chag HaMatzois. Did anybody ever tell his mommy, Mommy, when is Chag HaMatzois coming? Did any boy or girl say that? I don't think anybody calls it Chag HaMatzois. Do you know if you're going to open up a Chumash and you're going to look for the name of the Yom Tif, the Yiddish Kinderlach, we call it Pesach or Pesach. And Hashem calls it Chag HaMatzos. What's going on over here? Hashem, why don't you call it Pesach? And we never call it Chag HaMatzos. I never heard any Engler maid, let's say, Mami, Tati, when is Chag HaMatzos coming? Ich habe keinmal nicht gehört someone say something like that. Why? Because you only say good about somebody else. Hashem loves the Yidden so much. He says, I love you. You're running out of Mitzrayim. I want to call it Chag HaMatzos. So this is Hashem calling it Chag HaMatzos. Do you know who calls it Pesach? Us. Because we love Hashem so much. We say, Hashem, you're so good. You jumped over our house. Everyone says good about someone else. You don't say good about yourself. Say good about somebody else. That's what Pesach, Chag HaMatzos. And of course, all the Kinderlach might know. I don't think anybody knows the third name. This is only in the Siddur. In the Chumash, you're going to find Chag HaMatzos. Pesach is what everyone calls it. And the third name is going to be Zman, means the time, Cheruseinu, of our freedom. We are free. Now, I know some Kinderlach are so happy to be free, and they think that freedom means when you could just sleep in bed, but the real freedom is when you actually sit and you take a Chumash and you learn the Heilige Torah. And when Pesach came, it's our freedom because we will be able to go and get the Torah. And that's what the freedom means. So if every England maid, please write down these beautiful names. And if you can make a picture of Pesach, that would be even more amazing. How Hashem is jumping. And if you could make a picture of a matzah, that would really be amazing. And if you can make a picture of Zman Cherusein, I really hope every single boy and girl has a pen and paper and is going to make a picture of these three names of the Heilige Yom Tif that's coming up. Pesach, Chag HaMatzos, and Zman Cheruseinu. Those are the most important Yomim Tovim. The one Yom Tif that's coming up in exactly, today is Wednesday. I think we have exactly 3 weeks. I don't have a calendar. There's 3 weeks left. Now we're going to continue. What are we going to do in order to make sure our houses don't have chametz? The night, we have those three names. Now the night before the Yom Tov of Pesach, it's going to be, we're going to continue a little bit more halachas of Pesach. It's going to be, some Kinderlach, they're saying, I don't know, my mommy's not cleaning the house. I don't understand. My tati said we're going away for Pesach. We're not even cleaning our house. Why are you not cleaning your house? Even if we are cleaning our house. But there's always going to be that closet that belongs to the goy. I don't understand. Why can't we just... Kinderlach, some of you know that some closets in your house are going to belong to a goy, and some of you are even scared. When's the goy going to come? Is he going to come and eat up my shalach manas from Purim? You could never know. What does it mean it's sold to the goy? Some of you know what it means it's sold to a goy, but I'm going to tell you a little bit what it means it's sold to a goy. This goy is a real goy that lives. He's a real emes goy. And this goy is going to go to you, your tati is going to write on a paper your address, where you live. And let's say you live 5700 North Boulevard, Montgomery Street, 570 Montgomery Street. You're going to write, and every single tati, just in case you don't know, you have to remember that your tati, let's say you have in yeshiva some food. By mistake, you ran out of yeshiva and you forgot that you left your crackers inside your desk or inside your locker. Make sure that your tati writes, the name of your yeshiva? 667 Eastern Parkway. Because you need to sell the chametz to the guy. Now the guy is going to take he's going to take a paper and he's going to read, 667 Eastern Parkway. I see over there, there's chametz. That belongs to me. He goes over to the Rav, he gives him a coin, and he tells him, how much money does all the chametz cost? The Rav says, you know how much money it costs, all that chametz? If you want to buy all the chametz of all the Yidden in this community, it's going to cost $10 million. The guy looked, $10 million? I don't have $10 million. So the guy says, here, take 1 penny. You know what? I'll give you a little more. 6 cents, I'm buying all the chametz of all the Yidden. I'm going to really buy it. But I don't have all the money now. If I don't pay you back, I have to pay you at the end of Pesach, all the money. If I don't pay you, meanwhile, it's for sure mine. So right now, the guy, all the chametz, all over the Yiddish houses, in all the closets, it belongs to the guy. Because what makes it the guy's? Because you wrote on the paper, it became the guy's. You're not allowed to open up those closets on Yom Tif. It belongs to the guy. Are you allowed to walk into a guy's house? No. If your tati puts a scotch tape on something, it says this belongs to the guy, it belongs to the guy. If you want to use your car, you can't sell your car to a guy. You have to make sure to clean your car. Because if you want to use your car on Pesach, you can't use the guy's car. But what you could do is, you could lock up a room in your house and say, this room belongs to the guy, and don't walk into the room. If you want to get something from the room that's not chametz in the middle of Pesach, you can ask your tati just to walk in. Even though it belongs to a guy, you could say, okay, maybe you could walk inside, but that belongs to the guy. Now, any room you didn't sell to the guy, the night before Pesach, you're going to take 10 pieces. You're going to take 10 pieces of chametz. Put it inside a... Now, you shouldn't be putting down 10 pieces. You have to really look for chametz. The tatis go around, and the kindlach go and help the tatis, and they take a little candle and the spoon and the feather, and they're really looking for chametz. They're not looking for the 10 pieces. They're looking for chametz. Now, chametz could be anything. Just yesterday, my little son, I didn't even know. I thought, you don't have to clean the svarim. My son tells me that right behind the svarim, my baby put some chametz behind the svarim. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even think I have to check the svarim. You have to check anywhere that someone might have put chametz. You check on the bottom, you check under in the holes. Just sometimes there's cracks in the floor some people have. And there is chametz there. So some kinderlach, they see their tati looking for chametz. They're gonna, some meidlach and ingelach, they're gonna tell their tati, oh, I found the piece that I put down. He's not only looking for your piece, he's looking for chametz. That's what he's doing the night of bedikas chametz. He's really looking for chametz. And finally, before he does that, every single one of you, you're going to make a bracha. Baruch ata Hashem Elokeinu al bir chametz. The tati is going to make it. Everyone's going to answer amen. Now, just like when you eat mezainis, right when you eat mezainis, you right away have to eat the thing. When you make a bracha mezainis, you eat it right away. The same thing, when you're going to make a bracha al bir chametz, and you're going to start looking right away for the chametz wherever you are. Start looking with the candle. This is a candle, and we're looking for the chametz. Oh, maybe over here. No chametz. Oh, maybe here. This is what it means. And then you continue looking all over the house. When you finish, you're all going to say together, very special thing to say, that all the chametz that I didn't find is not, I'm totally nullifying. It's not mine. I don't want it. It's nicht meine. That's what it means. Bedikas chametz. Next morning, if you could, go and you take the 10 pieces, you make a fire, and you burn the 10 pieces together with all the chametz that hopefully you didn't find, but if you found, you're going to put, and you're going to burn everything together. And all the chametz you want to sell to the guy, you can sell to the guy, but don't think of opening those closets on Pesach. It's not yours. You don't open up a person's property. It belongs to the guy. You want to ask permission. Chametz does not belong to you. You sold it to the guy. Please do not touch it. That is the story of Bedika and Bir Chametz. Afterwards, we already spoke about Pesach, Chag HaMatzos, Zman Chirosenu. Now I want to tell you a little bit. There's in middle, we have over here some Kinderlach, some Ingelach and Meidelach, that they're so special that they're going to be able to right now go over what we just said. Okay, the question is, can we ask a question? You don't know. The question is, we did Pesach jumping, we did Matzah, we did Zman Chirosenu, we spoke about Bedika and Bir Chametz, and now, besides for Bedikas and Bir Chametz, we spoke about selling to a goy. When a yingel is going to come home today and they're going to say, well, they're already in their house, but they're going to come home to their mom and say, what did you learn in yeshiva? You're going to say, what didn't I learn? First I learned about Berel Gurevich, how he was in Russia, and for 7 days he starved himself. He used to eat sugar, tiny pieces of sugar. He used to switch it. He used to be able to eat pieces of sugar to be able to stay alive. So many stories. There's another story. Another time Pesach he was in jail, and he was about to chas v'shalom almost. He didn't want to drink any water because the soup, he didn't have any cup to put the water inside. And the bottom of the cup, they put inside chametz. He didn't want to eat it. It was kitnius. It wasn't even chametz. He didn't want to eat it for 7 days. Finally, on Achron Shal Pesach, he decided he's going to have the last, and that's the way he survived. Now later on, Berel Gurevich came out of Russia, which is a long story, which I can't really tell you everything, but he was about to go out of Russia. He was just married, and he was about to go out of Russia, Berel Gurevich. He was married, and he was on the train with his wife, and he didn't have any documents, papers, to say that who he really was. Everyone had fake papers. He didn't even have the fake papers. They took him off the train, put him in jail, and his wife went to France, and he was left Russia. They didn't know where he was for months, till finally he wrote a letter, and it was a miracle. He came back, and when he came, Berel Gurevich finally came out of Russia, he was in charge. He opened up a huge yeshiva for girls called Beis Rivka, not in Crown Heights, Beis Rivka in France. Everyone is asking, why is the name Beis Rivka in France? Because Rivka is the wife of the Red Maharash, and that's why we call him Beis Rivka. But he was in charge of this beautiful, huge yeshiva for girls called Beis Rivka. His name was Berel Gurevich. If you could see, you probably can't. If you could see, he is in 770, and this is Berel Gurevich. Now we learned a little bit about Berel Gurevich. We learned a little bit about Pesach, means jumping. We call it Pesach because we love Hashem. We learned about matzah. Why do we learn about matzah? Because Hashem loves us, that we were running out of Mitzrayim and we didn't have time to even make the dough rise. So he calls it Chag HaMatzos. Hashem, we don't call it Chag HaMatzos. Hashem calls it Chag HaMatzos. And Zman Chirosenu is the time of our freedom. And how do we have freedom? I hope every single boy and girl is going to be free today. He's going to open up a chumash, not now, soon. He has a whole day. Could take a chumash, could take anything. You could even take anything but it has to be Torah Shebiksav. Torah Shebiksav is the Torah, the Nevi'im, and the Ksuvim, and you open up in a special Leben mit der Zeit to live with the times. Vayakal Pekudei. So that's the most important. There's no Hayim yet. Chita is nothing. Oh, I see. I think I found something. Sefer HaMitzvos. I so much enjoy Hayim. And here's a Sefer HaMitzvos, but no, can't find. I thought I brought a chitas, but I didn't. Okay, so we can't find right now a chitas for Hayom Yom. I just could remember from what I remember last year is that the first part is about Su'uda Shlishis. Every single Shabbos, you're supposed to eat 3 meals. One Friday night, one Shabbos day, and one Shabbos afternoon, right? Now, why do we do 3? Because it says 3 times Hayoim in a pasuk in Parshas Beshalach. Vayomer Moshe ichlu Hayoim. Moshe said, eat it today. Ki Shabbos Hayoim laHashem. Hayoim lo simtzou basada. 3 times Hayoim today. So we learn now from this pasuk in Parshas Beshalach to eat 3 times a meal. Today's Hayoim Yoim says you have to know that Hayoim loy, the 3rd time it says Hayoim today, loy, nein. Sounds like you're not supposed to eat. Sounds like you're not supposed to eat in the 3rd Su'udah. Sounds like you're supposed to not eat. So it says you're not supposed to wash the 3rd Su'udah. Because Hayoim loy. But, even though you're not supposed to wash, you're supposed to make sure to eat something, a fruit, or something else in the 3rd Su'udah. And Rabbi Yossi says, I wish I would be the one to eat the Su'udah Shlishis. So some kinderlach, they forget. They only eat the first 2. Make sure to eat 3 Su'udas 3 times. And the next part of Hayoim Yoim of today, Chav Beis Adar, Hayoim Yoim, is there is 3 davening every day. What is it? Shachris, good. Mincha, good. And what's the 3rd? Ma'ariv. Who do you think, which davening does Hashem love the most? Do you think Hashem loves Shachris? Shachris is a beautiful davening. A Yid comes and he wakes up in the morning, he runs to Shul and he davens. Ma'ariv, beautiful davening. At the end of the day, he comes home, then he runs to Shul to daven Ma'ariv. But do you know which davening Hashem loves the most? You got it, Mincha. Because Mincha is in the middle of the day. You have a store. I see every day, I go to a store. And every single time, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. The store is packed. There's so many people want to buy. Sorry, I got to go. Where are you going? I have to daven Mincha. Okay, I'm not gonna buy from you. It's the hardest time in the day. It's Mincha, middle of the day. You have to do so much stuff, and right in the middle of the day, the Yid stops whatever he does and runs to daven to Hashem. That's the most precious of all the other davenings. This is, if I remember well, this is the Hayoim Yoim of Chav Beis Adar. Very special day. Parashas Vayakov Kudei, how important is do Mincha. Now all of you kinderlach are also like Mincha. Because, if you want your home, you could just play on the computer, you could just do all types of nishgot zachen, or you could open up and like Mincha, in the middle of the day, throw everything away and say, right now I'm connecting myself to Hashem, I'm going to daven, I'm going to learn, I'm going to hold up this world. Like what Mordechai said, the way to hold up the world is to learn Torah. That's what I'm going to do, and nothing else is going to stop me. This is what's so special about today's Hayoim Yoim. Of course, we learned Sefer HaMitzvahs LeHarambam. This is the Rebbe asked every single one of us should please learn Sefer HaMitzvahs. 613 mitzvahs, and today's mitzvah is Hilchis Sha'ar Avis HaTumas. It's about the Tumah, all the Tumas. Which Tumah are we going to learn about today? So here it is. The Tumah of Sheretz. No, today we're already Tumas Eichlin. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about today's Sefer HaMitzvahs. It goes like this. We're doing a mitzvah now. The Rebbe wanted us to learn 613 mitzvahs, everyday Sefer HaMitzvahs for little kinderlach. And this is, if you have food, if you wanted the food to become tamei, so now we're all into this virus. I know some kinderlach know a little bit about it. If one person touches another person, they can make them have the germ, and that can make them not feel well. That's why it's very important not to touch people and not in today's halachas and Sefer HaMitzvahs. We're learning the same things. It's all about touching when something touches food. So let's say a person has some water. Food doesn't become tamei if it didn't touch water. It didn't touch any liquid. That's today's halacha and today's Sefer HaMitzvahs. If you're going to have a beautiful piece of matzah and no water touched it, or if you're going to have a piece of bread, no water touched it, and then a tamei person touched the bread, it's not going to be tamei. It has to be touching a liquid, it has to be touching something, and then it's going to become tamei if it touches a liquid. So this is what is today Sefer HaMitzvahs. So we learned Hayom Yom about davening mincha, about eating Suda Shlishis. Sefer HaMitzvahs we learned all about, in order for food to become tamei, we need it to be, in order for the food to become tamei, we need it to be. Now I'm going to ask every single Yingla Meidla, since we spoke so much about learning inside, every single Yingla Meidla, please go to their shelf. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Please take out a chumash so we could read and learn together. It has to be not chumash bereishis, chumash shemois, because it says in Hayom Yom that we have to live with the times. Some people, they hold a clock in their hand, they live with the times. But the Alter Rebbe says, no. Live with the times means you live with the parsha. You live with Parashat Vayakal Pekudei. I know some of you already know a lot of the parsha, but the parsha is also when you read it inside. Meanwhile, everyone can get a chumash if you want to talk. I'm just going to go bathroom. Take a little break. Right? Let me see how many boys and girls already. Manishtana again. Yeah. Okay, Rabbi Shimshoni now is going to do over the Manishtana again, because we have to really, when we come to the Seder, to Pesach, Chag HaMazman Cheresenu, we really have to know it by heart. This is the time to really, really practice. So please, do a good job.
Okay. Thank you, Rabbi Zalmanov. You have to connect to the room.
Should work.
Okay, Kinderlach and Meidlach, you've been listening so nicely. I'm proud of all of you. And when Rabbi Maitish comes back, I think I'm going to ask him, maybe we could pick another winner today. Maybe if by tomorrow someone knows the first kasha off by heart, maybe they're going to be able to get a prize as well. So if you have the paper, I want you to take it out. Okay, I know we did it once. We're going to do it again now. Okay, take out the Manishtana, and we're going to chazer it together. Okay, let's start. Eins, zwei, drei. Tatech vel badi fregen, vier kashes. Say it with me. Manishtana halayla hazeh, mikol halaylais. Was ist anders die Nacht von Pesach, von aller Nacht, von der ganzen Jahr? Die erste Kasche ist, שבכל הלילות אין אנו מטבילין, אפילו פעם אחת, הלילה הזה, שתי פעמים. Alle Nacht von der ganzen Jahr, tunken mir nicht ein, afilo einmal, aber die Nacht von Pesach tunken mir ein, zweimal. Einmal Karpas in Salzwasser, dem zweiten Mal Mara in Chareises. Okay, now we're up to the zweite Kasche. Die zweite Kasche ist, Shebachol haleilos anu eichlin chametz oy matzah halayla hazeh kulay matzah alle Nacht von der ganz Jahr essen mir chametz ader matzah aber die Nacht von Pesach essen wir nur matzah. Okay, if you have the paper, now we're up to number 3, die dritte Kasche. Die dritte Kasche is Shebachol haleilos anu eichlin she'ayirakais halayla hazer marar alle Nacht von der ganz Jahr essen wir allerlei Grinsen aber die Nacht von Pesach essen wir bittere Grinsen. Number 4, Kinderlach and Mädelach. Die vierte Kasche is Shebachol haleilos anu eichlin ben yoshvin uvein mesubin halayla hazeh kulanu mesubin alle Nacht von der ganz Jahr essen mir sei sitzende Geheit und sei ungelernte Heit, aber die Nacht von Pesach essen wir alle ungelernte Heit. Tate, ich habe dich gefragt, 4 Kasches. Jetzt bitte gib mir a Tirutz. Now, if you remember from yesterday, one of the things we sang, and I know a lot of you are familiar with it, is the song Kadesh Urchatz. I'm going to sing it now, and then maybe we'll have time just to go over one of the Simonei HaSeder. Okay? So if you know it, sing it with me. If you don't know it, you'll learn it as I sing it. 1, 2 und 3. Kadesh Urchatz Karpas Yachatz Magid Rachza Moitzi Matzah Marar Kairech Shulchan Eirech Tzafun Beirach Hallel Nirtza. I see so many Hingelach and Meidlach singing. Let's do this again. Together, come on. Kadesh Urchatz Karpas Yachatz Magid Rachza Moitzi Matzah Marar Kairech Shulchan Eirech Tzafun Beirach Hallel Nirtza. So the other paper which I emailed out yesterday, again, if you did not receive this and you would like it, you could send an email to Rabbi Shimshoni at halatorah.com and ask me either you need the Manish Tana in Yiddish or you need Simonei HaSeder. I will be happy to send it out. We're now going to do, this is Kadesh, the first one. And again, listen to me. If you know it, say it along. If you don't, listen and you'll learn it. Kadesh, wenn der Tate kommt daheim von Schul, macht der bald Kiddush, kedei die Kinder sollen nicht einschlafen und sie sollen fragen die Manish Tana. Again, together with me. Kadesh, wenn der Tate kommt daheim von Schul, macht bald Kiddush, kedei die Kinder sollen nicht einschlafen und sie sollen fragen die Manish Tana. So what we just said is Kinderlach and Meidlach. When the Tati comes home from Shul, he makes Kiddush right away. You know why he makes Kiddush right away? So the Kinderlach, right, and the Meidlach won't fall asleep, and they're going to be able to ask all the questions in the Manish Tana. So we want to get the Seder going right away. That's why we do it right away, Kinderlach and Meidlach. So I would like, by tomorrow, I think one of our bonus questions, Rabbi Maya, is this, if that's okay with you. I said if tomorrow one of the Ingel Chomelach are able to tell us in the morning that they know off by heart, someone tested them today, the first, one of the first question of the Manishtana. If they know that by tomorrow, we're going to give a really, really big prize. Okay, the first question. And I want to just speak again to the parents who are watching. Please, if you have a Haggadah, have your Yingala or Meidala read a little bit, even if they say you start with Kiddush. Just start over here. Have them read the Kiddush today. Or they could read together with their siblings. Rabbi Zalmanov, you want to finish? Okay, Kindle Achmed, please give your attention back to Rabbi Zalmanov. Remember everything we said, and tomorrow we're going to make our first raffle in the morning on the first question of the Manish Tana. Rabbi Zalmanov.
Okay, thank you so much for learning the Manishtana by heart and learning the Kaddish by heart. This is so, so important. And Baruch Hashem, some of you Kinderlach went and brought a Chumash. And I know that learning Chumash, learning is actually inside. And I hope this is going to be a beginning for you. And if you could try to find the parasha called Vayakel, it's all the way in the back of Chumash Shemois. That would be amazing. And if you could even find Perek Lamed Ches in the Chumash, that would be even more amazing. I know some of you Kinderlach are in Kita Aleph, you might even know how to find Perek Lamed Ches, because this is today's Chumash. And some of you could, and if you found it, and if you didn't find it yet, maybe after the video you could try to do it. We're just going to read together the Helike words of the Chumash, and these words are going to keep the world standing. Vayas es mizbach ha'ila atzei shitim chamesh amois arkoi v'chamesh amois rachboi ravua v'shalosh amois koimosoi. And he, Betzalel, he made the Mizbeach. The Mizbeach outside the Mishkan was made out of wood of Shittim. It was long 5 ames. It was wide 5 ames. And it was 3 ames high. We just did. Now Rabbi Meislish is going to tell you a little more about all the good raffles and all the good stuff.
Wow, Rabbi Zalmanov. I wish I can be in your class. I mean, I was watching your class now. I was doing jumping jacks. We were involved. It was unbelievable. Thank you so much, Rabbi Zalmanov. Thank you, Rabbi Shimshoni. Beautiful, beautiful class. If you have the adults entertained, I'm sure how much more the kids were entertained. What a beautiful lesson and a beautiful class. Before we continue with the raffle, I just want to let everyone know, tomorrow we have another very special class. It involves music, and we're asking to please daven before. We'll write it on the chats as well. Please daven before 9 o'clock, so by 9 we can go straight into the special program. And now, we have a beautiful sefer to add to the raffle, donated by Rabbi Goldstein, who right now, his father needs a big refuah shalema, and there's nothing stronger than the power of children learning. So this raffle will be Lischus, Levi ben Chana Priva, to have a refuah shalema. Everyone please say together, Levi ben Chana Priva, to have a refuah shalema. Wow, I could tell you that since we started this, Baruch Hashem, he's been feeling better. And all of you get so much credit. Learning Torah is so powerful. And now we will make the raffle. Please get ready for the question. For those that tuned in later on, I'm going to give instructions again how to tune into the chat, so maybe you can be the lucky winner. The chat, in order to go into the chat, if you're watching the video on chyeshiva.com, you will see on top of the video, again, if you have the video, parents could help the kids with this, on top of the video you'll see a link. This link should be copied. You select all the letters, and then you could press Control C. Again, parents, if you could follow along, you select that link, and then you paste it onto another page. Once you paste it on another page, you should see the video again, but on the right side, you will see an option to open the chat as a guest. Please write your name so we know if you're the winner. Better to write first name and last name so we could see exactly who won, and then we will ask the question. I will give now 30 seconds to join in the chat. Only numbers, please. Only numbers. Yeah.
Done?
We're just doing the raffle. We're giving them time to log in. Okay, we will begin with the question. The question is as follows. Rabbi Zalmanov spoke about other names for Pesach. How many names besides Pesach are there? So there's Pesach and another how many names? Please type in your answers. Besides Pesach, how many other names do we have for Pesach? Okay, we have so many people answering. And the winner. Let's see. Okay. We have two correct answers. Two answers that if you typed in either or are correct. But the winner for today is Shleimele Sharf. Shleimele Sharf, you are the winner of the first Shabbos and Yom Tov Divrei Torah for Children, a beautiful book. I'm sure you'll love this. And I will give the email to contact in order to get this prize. Again, Shleimele Sharf is the winner. Thank you all for joining. And soon, the next class, at 10:45, the next class will begin for grades 2 and 4. Last reminder about tomorrow, please daven before the class. We have a special surprise for you all. Have a great day, all of you, girls and boys. Have a great day.